Hey guys, it's Mason with First Finishing, and this is a brief overview of the new Electron Plus 3 Master M. So this is what it looks like. This is the Electron Plus 3, which is the newest version as far as 2024. It's the Master version, which means it has the full digital screen and display. And it's the M stand, which means multicolor, or a box feed, which means we can stick a box on like this and be able to pump the powder directly out of it from there. This is a complete system. All you need is power to plug it in, clean, dry, compressed air to push the powder through all the lines, and the powder you want to spray. Now let's go ahead and get into some of the features that this system can provide you to make your powder coating simpler and easier. As far as some of the features on the stand, it is a box feed, which means we put boxes of powder directly on the vibrating table there. We use a pickup tube and a pump to pump the powder directly out of the box. It allows for really quick reloading of powder and fast color changes, roughly 3 to 5 minutes. It has fluidization control here, which controls the amount of air running through this line. This is important as this is the air that's going through the bottom of this pickup tube, fluidizing the powder, allowing your pump to be able to suck it up easier and more consistent. It has gun hooks on either side, perfect for setting your gun down when you're done spraying. It has a nice flat open top here for putting consumable parts or spare parts or really anything you want. And now let's go ahead and get into some of our features of our Electron Plus 3 Master Control Unit. The Electron Plus 3 Master has the highest in the industry kV and microamps. This allows for the best possible transfer efficiency from your powder cloud to your part with the least amount of overspray. These two settings here control your powder cloud. This is your total air and this is your transfer air. This setting controls how much air is being used to suck up the powder, and this setting here is used to control how much air is being used to push the powder through your powder hose to make a nice finish out of your gun. You can save any setting you want, so say I really like, for example, this setting. You could lock it into the system by holding this button down, making it whatever program you want. We'll say program 10, holding it down again. This will lock it into the system. So now, if you ever get off of it like this, you can hit this button and go back to number 10 and it will recall that setting. The system comes with 4 factory presets. This is preset number 1. This is recommended for easy flat part work. This is preset number 2. This is recommended for multi-coat parts. This is preset number 3. This is recommended for complicated parts. And this is preset number 4. The difference between preset number 4 and preset number 1 is you're going to be spraying a little bit more powder at preset number 4, and you're going to be at that maximum 120 kV and 120 microamps rather than just the 100. You can go to our second page. We have rinsing air settings, but really we have our double tap feature, which is pretty cool. So say for example you're on program 1 here. You go in here and make this that program 10 we just made. So now you're going to be spraying at that program 1. And when you want to, you can switch to that program 10 by just double tapping the trigger here. And it'll switch, and then you could continue spraying. And now you can switch back by double tapping the trigger again. And you're back at that program number 1. This is really nice for parts that you're going to be spraying a different setting for a lot of it, but when you come to certain different parts of it, you're going to need a different setting to hit those, and then you can go back to where you were. It has an hour meter to count how long the trigger has been pulled. It has a trigger counter to count how many times the trigger has been pulled since it's been on, and then it has a brightness setting. On our last page, you hit this page button, or these are all countdown timers in hours. So right now we have 23 hours until it says this timer went off. This is really good for timing spare parts and consumables to make sure you're checking them and timing them to see when they go out. We have our fluidization and vibrating table on-off control here. We also have our Bluetooth app, but now let's go ahead and get into our gun. Electron has the most capable remote on the market. You can hit this P button and toggle between any of these settings here. You can plus and minus any of the numbers on there. But also, if you don't like that double tap feature, you can go down to your programs here and you can swap between any two just by hitting this plus and minus. You can also hold the P button down and it'll run a fast purge. So hold it down, say fast purge on the screen, pull the trigger, and you'll blow all the air and powder in your lines out. That way you can clean out your lines nice for either a lunch break or if you're done for the day. Not good enough for a color change, but it's good to keep powder from sitting in your lines. Lastly, the Electron gun has a built-in flashlight in the gun hook. So if you hit this button here, you can turn it on. It'll stay on for 20 seconds. Or if you hold this button down, it'll flash. And now that means it's ran off your trigger. So when you pull the trigger, it turns on. So that's it as far as the features on the control unit and gun, but remember this is a complete and ready to go system. All you need is power to plug it in, clean, dry, compressed air to push your powder through, and the powder you want to spray. So that's it as far as the overview of the Electron Plus 3 Master M. If you have any questions or if you're interested in getting one, make sure to shoot us an email or check out our website at firstfinishing.net. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.